I'm gonna be reacting to Brain Pop. Let's get into this. Okay, it's loading. Okay, I'm playing the video.
Directly to jail again. Either you're cheating or this game is rigged.
The game is rigged.
Fine. Dear Tim and Moby.
Dear Tim and Moby, who was Fannie Lou Hammer from Megan?
Who was Fannie Lou Hamer?
Shut
Megan.
up, Tim. I already said it.
But in her home state of Mississippi, she was well known as a fierce
Didn't
hardcore
ask.
couldn't be denied due to race. But southern states had found all sorts of ways to get around the law. Stripped of their right to vote, black
That guy
southerners
looks so
had no
ugly.
voice in a
Built like an
racist system.
Oompa Loompa, bro.
Try to fight it, and you face jail time, intimidation,
Jail
violence.
time? Oh
Hamer
my
had
god.
experienced it all, and that night she shared her story. It was just a few minutes
My Story
long,
animated.
but full of hardship and
Oh
brutality.
my god, guys, it's My Story
Viewers
animated.
who'd never heard of her before wept. Overnight, she went from being a local activist to a national civil rights leader.
So she was like Mr.
Hamer was
Beast?
born in Mississippi in 1917, the youngest of 20 children. Her grandmother had been
20 kids!
and her
They go
parents,
like,
like many descendants of enslaved people, were sharecroppers. A plantation owner rented them farmland in exchange for a share of their crops. But he also charged high rates for tools and other expenses. So, like most sharecroppers, they were constantly in debt. Fannie Lou had to leave school after sixth
Why does he have
grade
a
to help
Fannie
her
Lou
family in
t-shirt?
the fields.
That's a little suspicious, Tim.
As an adult,
A little
she earned a
suspicious.
position of responsibility on a plantation. She recorded each farmer's harvest and tried to get them their fair share. Then, in August 1962, members of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC, visited her church. All around the country,
Snickers?
civil rights
Is that where
movement was heating
Snickers
up,
got their name?
and SNCC was one of the major players. Its student activists trained local community leaders to join the fight. In Mississippi, they focused on registering black voters. They told
What they
the
needed to do
congregation
was
they could
burn
sweep out
everything
racist
to the
officials.
ground for no
Hamer was
apparent
stunned.
reason.
She didn't even know she had the right to vote. When SNCC asked for volunteers to register to vote, she raised her hand high. No, it wasn't that simple.
How does this man understand Moby? Like this, Moby's going, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Moby, you can go get a glass of water. Go do whatever you want. Go."
A great crowd gathered at the courthouse to meet the 18 volunteers. They tried to scare Hamer and the others from even trying to register. But the volunteers stuck together and made their way in. Inside the courthouse, the clerk was no more welcoming. He demanded the group pass a test before registering.
I
They were
bet bro
asked to
couldn't even
explain
pass the
legal
test
flaws
himself.
about ex facto laws. But yeah, that was the whole point of literacy tests. To be nearly impossible to pass, so clerks could refuse anyone the right to vote. They could also demand a poll tax, a fee meant to discourage would-be voters. No
What?
surprise, all the SNCC
course it's
volunteers
taxes.
failed the literacy test. On the way
I
home,
bet
the
that clerk
bus
would
was
too.
stopped by the police. They said its yellow color was illegal. Hamer sang to keep the group's spirits up until they were let go. That night, she was fired from her job and evicted from her home. The
God
plantation
dang.
owner had heard about her attempt to register. A few nights later, someone shot at the house where she was staying.
Oh my god.
Afraid for her children, Hamer considered leaving town for good. But she couldn't convince
Yo,
herself
she's
to
getting
leave the
fired
place her
on.
parents helped build.
She's getting gunned
She rented a
down.
house from
She
a
has so
neighbor
many
and took a
Who's
job
your
with
op?
SNCC.
Like, golly, bro.
Hamer's
Like, she
home
had so
became
many
a gathering
ops.
place for volunteers and civil rights leaders. Among them, she
Nah,
stood out.
really?
She
Oh, I
wasn't
didn't know that.
male, young, well-educated, or middle class. She knew what poor black families endured because she'd lived it. That first-hand experience made her a powerful speaker. She would often break into song to motivate crowds. Before long, she was as well known for her singing voice as her activism. But
I
her
wonder what her
growing
singing voice was
influence
like.
made her a target
sounds
for
pretty good.
racist attacks. She got threatening letters and
Oh,
phone calls, and her husband
She's
lost
getting
job
targeted
after
by the
job.
ops.
Someone even threw
The
a bomb
ops
at
are
her
on
house,
her.
though luckily it failed to explode. Then, in June 1963, Hamer and 6 fellow activists were arrested. They tried to eat at a whites-only diner.
Why would you do
Local
that?
police held them for 3
Oh my
days,
god, bro.
beating and torturing them.
Bro, who is this man's? Like, golly, he's got a lot. Bro, Brain Pop's art style be going crazy. Like, this man's dome is the. Bro, he's got a 16 head, bro. He's got 4 squared head. Oh my god. Like, bro, these black people did nothing to you. Bro, they're just trying to be. This man's crusty fingernails, bro. You can see all the dirt on those things. He's like, I wanna go. He's probably digging around in the dirt. He's going like,
Hamer's kidneys were permanently damaged, and she lost sight in one eye.
What? What you?
Hamer and other activists realized that local authorities weren't going to change unless they were forced to.
No, really?
So in 1964, they started a massive voter registration drive called Freedom Summer. It brought hundreds of mostly white college students down to Mississippi. They went door to door, registering black voters. It was dangerous work. 3 volunteers were murdered in the first week.
Oh
The
my
nation
god.
could no longer ignore what was happening in Mississippi. For the rest of the summer, stories of beatings and shootings made headlines around the country. Then, at the
That's
end of
tough.
August, Hamer and other activists went to Atlantic City, New Jersey. That was the site of the Democratic National Convention, the big event where the party chooses its nominee for president. Each state sends a group of people
my
to cast the
god.
official vote. And no surprise, Mississippi's representatives were all white.
No, really?
Hamer's group was
I
there
couldn't
to
tell.
challenge their
Let's go back.
Mississippi.
I couldn't tell. Oh my god, his forehead. Oh my. Bro, that forehead. Oh my god, that's even taller than the other guy's forehead. Bro, his forehead is bigger than his face. And this, oh my god, this guy literally is a pig, bro. Like, not to be like discriminatory, but like, golly, why do you have a pink nose? Was his cut? His barber did him dirty. Oh my god, look at that cut. That's the most goofy cut I've ever seen. That's the. He's trying to get some waves on his head, but that's a stream, bro. That's not a wave. That's a whole stream. A stream on his head. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video right there. Peace out. See you later. Bye.
These representatives
The yellow one.